Hello guys, so Jerry speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 920. Today Rachel, Pete the cat, Scuba cat. So let's read it out, shall we? So we got 4. Here we go. So my first share read, written by James Dean. Here we go. So let me turn the page anyway. Here we go. This is my first share read, like I said before. Scene here is Pete the cat trying to ride a boat. Here we go. Published by Harper, the Empire of Harper Cohen Publishers. Copyright 2016, all reserved. Scene here is a seahorse and Pete the cat's trying to swim. Here we go. Pete the cat is excited, tell me. He's going to scuba diving. Pete puts on his mask and fins. That doesn't make any sense. Pete puts on his mask and fins. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, he has a tank full of air. He hopes to see lots of good fish. Makes sense anyway, so there you go on that. It can happen anyway. Next page. Anyways, if you're lucky, you might see a seahorse, said Captain Joe. Oh, it's Captain Joe. I thought it was a duplicate version of Pete the cat. Okay, makes sense anyway. Okay, a seahorse, said Pete. I can't wait. I never saw one before. We'll see one now. It can happen anyway. Next page. Anyways, the ridge looks like a horse mane. Kind of like when I saw in SpongeBob. Anyway, said Captain Joe. Groovy, said Pete. Pete jumps in the water. Splash. A kind of more difference anyways. There you go on that, folks. Next page. Anyways, down, down, down he goes. Up, up, up goes the bubbles. Pete goes in the seahorse. He sees a swordfish. Pete swims out on his way. Wow, that was me more creepier than I expected. Anyway, next page. Anyways, Pete waves the stingray. Well, that kind of makes more difference anyway. It has a long, skinny tail. That's not a seahorse. Think Pete. Can happen. Anyway, Pete looks for high and low for a seahorse. They feel a tickle. What is that? It can happen anyway. So there you go. Who drew jellyfish yellow? Something different, I guess. Pete sees a school of fish. They all look alike, except for one. Kind of different, I guess. It pops up. It's a bullfish. It's not a seahorse. Kind of different what you saw from what you saw in SpongeBob has Mrs. Puff. You know, that happens anyway. Next page. Anyways, bowling school. Anyway, where could one be? Tell me. Pete looks in the rocks. What is that? It's an octopus. It has 8 legs. It's not a seahorse. Telling me. Next page. Anyways, Pete feels a tickle. What could it be? Pete turned. He see a cave. Excuse me. Anyway, he sees. Is there a seahorse inside? Very scary, I know. Pete sees a crab with claws. A seahorse, does not have claws, Pete think. Can't happen, anyway. The cave is going darker. Pete feels a tickle. Well, it's behind you. It can happen anyway. Next page. Anyways, now, Faye sees an eel, or that kind of hurt. He swims past it. It's too old to be a seahorse. Thank you. Oh no, it's too dark to see. How will Pete get out? Well, that would be creepy, I know. Next page. Anyways, Pete sees a jellyfish. It glows in the dark. Saw it in SpongeBob SquarePants many years ago. But anyway, Pete is almost out of the cave. Well, thank God that was over. He sees an angelfish. It's very colorful. Well, that was made more fish you can see it anyway. Next page. Anyways, now he is out of the cave, so why is it so dark? Tell me. He's in the shell. He sees it. He is in the shell of a whale. Yikes. You're telling me, so there you go. Hope there's no sharks in this book. Well, the next page goes like this. Now, he wished he could jump on a seahorse and rides away. Tell me. He hops in the sea turtle instead. It takes him to the boat. Well, I don't think there's a seahorse in this book, fortunately. So, guess, very found, that found it anyway. I do not see a seahorse, Pete. I think he feels to take on his tail. Oh my god, here we go. A seahorse, cried Pete. What a surprise. Well, you found seahorse at last. Well, last big book says this. You were with me all along, said Pete. What a cool adventure. There you go. That you should be anyway for the swim. So was in the underwater. So was Peter Cat, Scuba Cat. What do you think about this book? It was amazing. So far, this book was a success. Follow up of Bedtime Stories, episode number 920. Hope you enjoyed. This is going to be another Bedtime Stories, episode number 921, which will be sweet. Bedtime Stories, episode number 921. Let me try again. Anyway. Yeah, Bedtime Stories, episode 921, which will be about, Peter Cat and the surprise teacher. Now, excuse me, gotta edit, export, and upload, and then after this, I really get ready to go to sleep very early. And after uploading some stuff. Because after this is over, I've really get some things prepared. Until next time, so Joe, say goodbye, peace out, baby. We get more Bedtime Stories episodes. Excuse me. Let me try again. Anyway. We get more Bedtime Stories episodes we got pretty soon. Till then, the Joe say out. See ya.